a real housewife of Salt Lake City, who's also the wife of a University of Utah football coach, is now facing federal charges along with her assistant on suspicion of running a nationwide telemarketing fraud and money laundering scheme. Utah native Jen Shah made her first appearance in federal court this afternoon.
Fox 13's John Franke is at the federal courthouse in downtown Salt Lake tonight with a deeper look at the charges and Shah's possible defense. John.
Well, hey guys, earlier today, this area outside the courthouse was filled with photographers just trying to get a glimpse of this reality TV star. She, of course, is known for her glamorous lifestyle and big personality. But now this Real Housewife faces some very real federal charges that could land her in prison for a long time. The world of reality TV. When the lights go on, it can all look so glamorous. But federal prosecutors allege behind all this glam and glitter, Jen Shah was part of a scheme to defraud hundreds of victims. This 10-page indictment filed in New York was unsealed Tuesday. It alleges Shah and co-conspirator Stuart Smith caused their victims, many of whom were older than 55, to pay thousands of dollars to obtain coaching and business services. The indictment adds the services would provide little or no value to the victims' businesses, which were essentially non-existent. Shah made her first court appearance in Salt Lake City Tuesday afternoon. Cameras were not allowed inside. The court is not detaining Shah while she awaits trial, so she was allowed to walk out of the courthouse. She did so without saying a word.
Based on the amount of money that's supposedly lost in this case, the tens of thousands of dollars, even more than that, and the federal charges, this is a case that could easily amount to a 10-year prison sentence for both of these defendants.
Greg Skortis is a criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. He says if this goes to trial, prosecutors will have the burden of proving Shah's intent to commit fraud.
Or maybe the best defense is that she actually believed that this was a legitimate process, that she really felt that there was a service that was being provided, that these people were getting their money's worth. And the fact that they didn't doesn't necessarily make it a fraud.
Shah's business dealings were often highlighted in the first season of the show, including this exchange on the recently aired reunion special.
Well, we've also got a lot of questions wanting to know, what do you actually do? Because specifically, people are wondering, like, how'd you get so rich?
My background is in direct response marketing for about 20 years. So our company does, advertising. We have a platform that helps people acquire customers.
It's that platform that is now under scrutiny as prosecutors build their case with real consequences, a case that may play out on reality TV.
In a case like this, the prosecutor's always going to follow the money.
And as part of Shah's condition of release, she is not allowed to leave Utah without the judge's approval. She also is not allowed to engage in any telemarketing. I reached out to Bravo, the network that airs the show. Their cameras were here today, and they declined to comment. Shah is set to appear in court virtually in New York tomorrow. Live in Salt Lake City, John Franke, Fox 13 News, Utah.
John, thank you so much. While several women in the Real Housewives franchise have faced alcohol-related charges, only one other Real Housewife cast member has faced federal charges comparable to Jen Shah. New Jersey's Teresa Guiducci served nearly a year in prison, and her husband Joe served more than 3.5 years for mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud. They also had to pay over $414,000 in restitution fees. The couple served their time consecutively in order to take care of their 4 daughters and eventually divorced after Joe was released last year.